latest stories making headlines with the ITV Lunchtime News.
Four Britons feared to be among at least 11 people killed in wildfires in Spain. The fires in Almeria in southern Spain broke out as the country copes with searing temperatures. It's reported many of the victims were in their cars attempting to escape the flames. Also this lunchtime, Prince Harry here to mark 1 year until his Invictus Games, but why Meghan won't be joining him.
Approximately 541 prisoners were released before the end of their sentence. They didn't even have to break out.
Farewell to Anne Widdecombe, the long-term politician turned Strictly star, has died aged 78. As the England players and fans descend on Miami, will Norway's Erling Haaland be the man to overcome tomorrow?
This is the ITV Lunchtime News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good afternoon. 4 British nationals are feared to be among at least 11 people killed in fierce wildfires in southern Spain. The fire broke out in a hamlet in a semi-arid area in the province of Almeria in Andalusia, a popular tourist destination. It's as Spain is in the grips of a severe heatwave. Well, hundreds of soldiers and firefighters have been battling to control the flames, while local authorities say some of the victims were trapped in their cars as they attempted to flee. With the latest, here's Max Walsh.
Even the firefighters must accept that at times there is little they can do, as they retreat from a deadly fire which has engulfed Almeria and claimed at least 11 lives. It was confirmed this morning that 4 bodies believed to be British were found in a burnt-out car, and in a separate incident 7 people, mostly foreign nationals, were killed as they tried to escape on foot. Antonio Sanz, the Minister of Health for Andalusia, said it may be that in searching for an escape at too late a stage, the routes weren't suitable and they found themselves in a dead end, a trap, or in some cases a path from which there was practically no way out. More than 400 emergency personnel are on the scene, but even that number appears dwarfed by the ferocity and scale of this fire. Helicopters have been drafted in to try and contain it, but the fire has already burned through 30 square kilometres with no signs of slowing down. Residents whose homes were under threat could only watch on as the horizon changed colour and they were forced to evacuate. It's believed this was sparked from a fallen power cable following a sustained heat wave and temperatures in excess of 40 degrees. This is now one of many wildfires across Europe, but with 19 people still missing, it's quickly becoming one of the deadliest in Spain's history. Max Walsh, ITV News.
The Duke of Sussex has been taking part in events to mark a year until his Invictus Games. He's been at the National Exhibition Centre in Birmingham today, but not accompanied by his wife. Meghan had been scheduled to appear alongside Prince Harry, but it's now been confirmed that she won't be there on any of his UK visits this week. Our royal editor, Chris Shipp, is in Birmingham this lunchtime. And Chris, what more do we know about Harry and his family's movements? Will Meghan come to the UK at all?
Yes, hi Lucrezia. Call me old-fashioned, we should probably start with some facts on what we do know. And what we do know is that this event Meghan was meant to attend because her own office said that she would be here alongside her husband Prince Harry. But last night they confirmed she wouldn't be attending any public events during his time here in the UK this week. We do, however, think she is here with their children, Archie and Lilibet, in a private capacity, and I'll come to that in a minute. As for Prince Harry, he came on his own, as I just mentioned. He gets stuck in here, whether it's playing pickleball on this court behind me, whether he's playing wheelchair basketball, he gets stuck in. He treats Invictus, because he founded these games in 2014, he treats this event like his own family, and he very much is happy in their company. And in fact, today marks exactly 1 year to go until these events will be held here at the NEC in Birmingham on the 10th of July next year. And just before he left, Harry spoke on stage here about what Invictus means, how much it means to him, and also how much it means to the military community.
Because Invictus has never just been about belonging to a team. It's about belonging to each other. We are a family, one that I am so proud and so honoured to be a part of.
So as to the question, what's going to happen this afternoon? That's a very good question. It's possible that Harry might go and see his father, King Charles, but we've had no confirmation of that whatsoever. We think the King is in Highgrove House, his estate, about sort of 90 minutes from here. We also know that there is an event involving the Spencer side of the family, so Princess Diana's brother and sisters, that Harry and Meghan are due to be at as well. Everything else, however, is up in the air, and we're waiting for confirmation of what's happening.
All right, Chris in Birmingham, thank you. Next is Lunchtime. The former Minister, MP and MEP, Anne Widdecombe, has died at the age of 78. A familiar face in politics for decades, first with the Conservatives before joining the Brexit Party in 2019, which then became Reform UK. She also gained further fame as a contestant on Strictly Come Dancing. Well, Harry Horton now on her life and political career.
She was a straight-talking Conservative.
You will be detained, you will be dealt with speedily, and you will be removed.
With a political career spanning decades. Finding new fame on reality TV. Anne Widdecombe entered Parliament at her third attempt in 1987 and later became a Home Office Minister in John Major's government. She clashed with some colleagues, most famously in this backbench attack on then leadership hopeful Michael Howard.
541 prisoners were released before the end of their sentence. They didn't even have to break out.
She never shied from her socially conservative views on abortion, gay rights and women's role in the church. She converted to Catholicism in 1993. In 2010, she left Parliament and went on to become an unlikely reality TV star.
Next up is Anne Widdecombe and her partner.
First in the ballroom, then the Big Brother house.
I don't think I've been a complete grump. No, I didn't say you've been a complete grump. I never used the word complete.
I disagreed with her on every single subject, but I genuinely enjoyed her company. I admired her deeply, and in the end she had me absolutely wrapped around her little finger.
Anne Widdecombe returned to politics in 2019, becoming an MEP for Nigel Farage's Brexit Party, and in recent years joined Reform UK.
And we will turn the boats round and send them back.
A formidable politician until the end, who earned many admirers along the way.
Anne Widdecombe, who has died at the age of 78. Some other news now. Police are investigating a £500,000 donation to the Reform Party by the mother of a convicted fraudster, according to The Times. Fiona Cottrell is being investigated over potential offences relating to the evasion of restrictions on donations. It follows reports that her son, George Cottrell, supported the party by paying for staff and security before the election. Reform says no party officials have been interviewed by police. And millions of people are facing a hosepipe ban in the east of England. It's Anglian Water's first restriction in a decade and follows a ban from Cambridge Water yesterday. They say it's because of sustained hot and dry conditions. Now, for the first time since it was made nearly 1,000 years ago, the Bayeux Tapestry returned to British soil in the early hours of this morning. The major work depicts the events leading up to the Battle of Hastings. And Neil Connery is at the British Museum this lunchtime, where the tapestry will be on display. And Neil, it was a delicate operation getting it here, wasn't it?
Definitely huge and very complex. It arrived just before 3 a.m. last night. They actually did 2 dry runs over the last couple of months to make sure they got this right. They had shock absorbers in place, things to deal with humidity and other measures as well, determined to make sure there was no damage done to the tapestry during this transfer. Now, it will go on display here at the British Museum from September for 9 months. It's expected something like 7.5 million people will come here during that time to catch a glimpse and see the Bayeux tapestry. There's been a huge amount of effort on both sides of the channel from experts, but also a big diplomatic push as well. The French President Emmanuel Macron saying this morning that what this symbolises is what countries can achieve when they work together. There is a huge sense of excitement and expectation building here about the experience that people are going to enjoy when this does go on display. I was lucky enough to see it in Bayeux 20 years ago. Then it was in a horseshoe display. This time at the British Museum it will be a long straight run. So very exciting, lots to look forward to.
Neil, thank you. To sport now, and history is being made at Lord's Cricket Ground. 142 years since staging its first men's test. Today, Lord's is hosting its first ever women's test. Amy Lewis has been to take a look.
Well, the home of cricket has witnessed many historic moments over the years, but they have mostly belonged to men. Today, though, the first ever women's test is taking place here at Lord's, 50 years after the first ever women's one-day international took place here. I'm pleased to say I'm joined by Enid Bakewell. Enid, you took part in that, 85, you took part in that back in 1976. Just about today, what do you think of this historic moment, the test finally happening here?
Hopefully it's going to be a good game, and hopefully they're going to be able to cope with the heat, because it's quite hot, isn't it? But hopefully it'll be good for both sides.
What's it like walking out onto the pitch at Lord's?
Well, it was very nerve-wracking because we didn't know what we were going to be able to do going into the changing rooms. But the important thing was to go outside onto the pitch and play.
What do you think about how long it has taken for there to be a test here?
Well, without Rachel Hayo-Flynn, we still wouldn't be here. So she is amazing. She came and played here, and then we used to go and play men's teams as well. And she used to let them know that women played, and they played because they wore dresses. They've got to go overall.
For today's players, how do you think they'll be feeling? Because obviously it's taken so long. What do you think they'll just be in the occasion and they'll just be focused on the cricket?
Well, hopefully they will be focused on cricket because, of course, they played the Australians the other day in the T20. But hopefully they'll concentrate and we'll win today.
Thank you so much.
Today, but
over the 4 days, and that's right, it is a 4-day test that is taking place here against India. Regardless of the result, it has already been a victory for women's sports.
Amy Lewis reporting there. Now, after the thriller at the Azteca against Mexico, tens of thousands of England fans are descending on Miami for the Three Lions' next knockout match against Norway. Victory would secure Harry Kane and the squad a place in the World Cup semi-finals, but there is one man who could present a real problem. Erling Haaland, Ashna Hurinaip, on Norway's not-so-secret weapon.
It's been 28 years since Norway were in a World Cup tournament. Well, they didn't have then, but they now have, of course, is their number 9, Erling Haaland, who is going to be England's biggest threat, no doubt about it. He has scored the match winner in his last 4 appearances. He's scored 7 goals this tournament, compared to Harry Kane's 6. And I've been asking him what he makes about going up against England's best striker.
I think he's an amazing player. He's been one of the best, if not the best, in the world this season. How he's been performing in Germany and the way he's been also performing in the Champions League. So he's been amazing. He's an amazing player. So we have to try to stop him. It won't be easy, and we have to do our best because it's not going to be easy against a good player like that.
Well, Haaland's popularity is absolutely soaring. He's already been invited onto one of the biggest late-night talk shows here in the States, the Jimmy Fallon show. But as for the game itself on Saturday, well, it's already gearing up to be one of the most expensive in sporting history. As of the latest stats, it looks like tickets are going for up to $5,000. It's clearly one to watch, and clearly England fans are flying in especially for it. Some estimations put it at 33,000 fans descending on Miami, especially for the game at the weekend. England versus Norway, Saturday night.
Thank you, Ashton. And the coverage, of course, starts here on ITV1 at 8:45 tomorrow evening. And that is all from us for now, from everyone on the Lunchtime team. Bye-bye. Have a great afternoon.